Hey everybody, Rick here with Departure Heaven, folks. Today's date is the 22nd of November 2024, and we have major developments happening by the hour, folks. This is getting serious. Okay, right now, this is from ABC News. Russia launches new they said ICBM on the news, but they're calling it inter-range ballistic missile. I believe that's what it stands for. At Ukraine, Zelensky says Putin is terrified. Why would Putin be terrified if he's doing the one that's doing the launching? But yeah, officials say Kyiv initially said the ICBM. Maybe that was a typo error. It says ICBM here has been launched towards Dnipro. Okay, let's look at
ominous
this.
new escalation in the war in Ukraine. For the first time, Vladimir Putin firing an intermediate range missile capable of carrying nuclear weapons into Ukraine. Authorities say it did not have them, but it was destructive. And what the U.S. is now saying about this tonight. Ian Panel from inside Ukraine again tonight.
Tonight, in a defiant warning to the world, Russia carrying out an unprecedented attack with an intermediate-range ballistic missile fired against Ukraine. Those ominous streaks of light falling from the night sky over the eastern city of Dnipro, targeting a military-industrial complex. A U.S. official confirming that new missile containing multiple warheads capable of striking several targets at the same time.
This was a new type of lethal capability that was employed on the battlefield.
But Vladimir Putin tonight saying the attack was a response to strikes by Ukraine using American and British long-range missiles against Russia, the latest attack wounding a senior North Korean general. The US says it was alerted by Russia shortly before today's launch. Military analysts telling ABC News each one of those streaks of light could have been something even far more dangerous.
Putin wanted the world to see these incoming flashes of light, these individual warheads that could have been armed with nuclear weapons. Clearly, this is a nuclear threat to the U.S. and its European allies.
Tonight, President Zelensky saying the world must now respond. David, after a week of escalation, Putin now also appearing to directly threaten the US, saying Russia could attack any country, allowing Ukraine to use their missiles to strike Russia. David?
Ian Panel in key for us. Ian, thank you.
Wow, folks, did you see that? Russia's not playing around, folks. They are not playing around. Those could have been all armed with nuclear warheads. You know how devastating that would have been? That would have leveled Ukraine big time. And of course, we would have jumped on Russia. It would have been a massive nuclear war going on right now. I wouldn't even be on this computer talking to you. I would be in heaven because we know the rapture is coming at any moment. Okay, we are now in that red portion of the chart. We are in that red colored part of the chart. Before we were sort of like in the orange and yellow. Now we're in the red part of the chart, saying this is imminent rapture alert. We are on high rapture alert from this day on, folks. It might as well be the Feast of Trumpets every day. That is how close we are to going home. Okay? Let me say that again. We are in the Feast of Trumpets, the highest of all high, I think. Well, it'll actually be a lot higher than that when we actually see a warhead go off somewhere, a nuclear bomb with a mushroom cloud. Really expect the horn to blow at any second at that time. But we're in we are in a very high imminency of the rapture. So guys, better check yourself with God in case if you think you're not saved, you better do it quickly. Because they are at the ark door and they're about to shut it. They're like this, waving everybody to get on now. People and one guy on each side of the ark door, they're all got their hands out, telling everybody to hurry up with your hands out, waving them onto the ark. That's where we're at right now. Okay, when you're seeing images like this, and you heard what Zelensky said, that he wants everybody to hit Russia now. Now, God sees the future perfectly. He's got it completely laid out in front of him, folks. The perfect future. Okay? So, let's go to this. Here's the next tab I'm sharing with you. Europe preps for World War III. Been hearing this word all week. World War III this, World War III that. As a secret German docs reveal a plan for 800,000 troops in case of Russia invades NATO. So that's getting ready to happen. Zelensky says war with Russia will end sooner after a good meeting with Trump. Is that what that says? Yes. So that's what he's saying. Let me just see what he says real quick. Sorry, I didn't know that language. So, and then we're going to go to this real quick. This is the all-around alert system. Don't know how accurate it is, but the Mideast is on DEFCON 2. Cyber is on 2. Africa is on 4. Europe should be on 2, and they are. Look at this. We are all on edge. The U.S. is at 4. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, there's no wars going on here. I forgot about that. Duh. So, of course, why would we be? If Biden's the one that's putting out the command to launch missiles on Russia, you know what, folks? They're not telling us much. They're letting us go. They're saying, look, just go on, folks. Go downtown and party. Don't worry about what's going on over here. You don't need to see what's going on over here. And then when everybody's unprepared out there, the ones that are going to be left behind, they're going to, they're already going to be in through a lot of stuff, because when the rapture comes, that's going to be a lot of destruction, just that alone from that event. Okay, but all of Europe's on 2, folks. Those people are probably uneasy over there right now. Probably a lot of people not sleeping well at night, knowing they could wake up to a nuclear war. Well, if they knew Jesus, they wouldn't have to. I sleep just fine, thinking that I could be out of here at any day. And you should too if you're a Christian. But yes, folks, that's the latest that I got. I am picking up other news things. I will report on it. I'm covering this thing as we go, folks. This is unfolding quickly. So be ready, folks, to be ready, to be rapture ready, because I have got my boarding pass in my hand right now, waiting to board the ark when we get called out of here. I believe the angel, or whoever that blows the trumpet, the big golden trumpet that's sitting up on a stand, I believe it's a 100-foot trumpet that's really big. It's sitting on a golden arch in heaven. And I see earth right there before it. And I believe he's right there standing by it. And God's going to point his finger to give him the command to blow it. And he's going to take a deep breath. I think he's one breath away from blowing that horn. And we're going to hear it, folks. And it's going to be like no other trumpet blast you've ever heard. It's going to reverberate throughout the entire universe. That's how loud it's going to be. And it's going to be our calling just for us. We will be the only people that are going to hear it. The non-believers won't hear it. They'll just see people disappear. That's all they're going to see. And destruction will come immediately afterwards. They shall not escape, but we will. Here we are. Everybody thought Trump won. Or I'm sorry, let me say that again. When Trump won, people were already putting their money and putting all their chips in one bucket, saying, oh, good, all the economy's going to come back. We're going to have peace and safety. Everybody's starting to look at that now because he's coming back to fix everything. And what did the Bible says? That when they all shall say peace and safety and comfort and all that, sudden destruction will come, and they shall not escape, but we will. This is where we're at. I believe this is the peace and safety thing that is unfolding right now, in my opinion. And I think that is what is going on right now at this very second, folks. Okay? This is what's going on. They all suddenly saying peace, peace. Then suddenly Biden authorizes this missile attack. And then all of a sudden this World War III stuff ramped right up. And it's like suddenly it just happened right after everybody's thinking peace is coming. It's weird. Watch it closely, folks. All right, guys, I am going to sign out. Please subscribe, like this video. Don't forget to tune in on Monday. On Prophecy Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Florida, New York time zone. for our weekly broadcast. You do not want to miss next week's show. If we're still here, I'm hoping that we're not. It'd be nice to go up in the rapture right now. If we're not in a nuclear war, full-blown nuclear war by that time, we will see you then. All right, guys, talk to you later. I love you. Get saved now, folks.